This little pocket-sized piece of golf wonderment can change your game for you mid and high handicappers out there. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons. Here we go. If you're struggling with your driver, then look no further than this FlightScope Mevo. There are tons of functions and features that this bad boy has that can help you diagnose what's going on. That's number 1. That's the first reason. You got to figure out what's going on so you can develop a plan to fix it. The Mevo offers you parameters such as launch angle and spin, which are 2 very important factors to getting your driver dialed in. That was a rotary phone. Did you see that? Do people know what rotary phones are anymore? I don't know. And that is so important for us mid and high handicappers out there. If we don't know what our spin rates are, what our launch angles are, we're going to have some trouble with getting our driver fixed correctly, because it can feel like we're swinging properly. It can feel like we've got the mechanics down, but if you're only getting 250 yards of distance and it feels like you're swinging for 350, you need to check your spin. And you need a way to accurately measure spin indoors and out. That's where these little silver stickers come in. You just pop them on the ball, put them down in front of the Mevo and hit, and it tells you your spin numbers. Come on. Now, if you're a mid or high handicapper, you're also probably struggling with your short game, much like I do out there on the golf course. And this little device right here can help you solve that problem. How do you ask? Well, it's all about precision and distance knowledge. You need to know how far you hit your wedges, from sand wedge to gap wedge to pitching wedge to whatever wedge you're out there rocking on the golf course. You need to know how far it goes. And I'm talking full swing, half swing, quarter swing, eighth swing, 1/64th swing. That's probably impossible with a golf club. But you need to know how far those carry, and this little bad boy right here can do it. I took it out on the course, and let me tell you guys, I've tested several other launch monitors, and none of them can tell me short distances. I'm talking 30 yards with this bad boy, and it was accurate, okay? That's crazy. 30-yard shots this thing can measure, so I can get down to that quarter swing, and I know how far it goes with what wedge I'm using. You need that as a mid and high handicapper. You're gonna see your scores go down, and the Mevo can help you with that because it tells you the distance you're hitting those soft wedge shots. What separates a scratch golfer from a professional golfer? 100 yards and in. So if you want to get closer to scratch, maybe even the professional level, look at the FlightScope Mevo and start dialing in your wedges and start lowering that handicap. Now, I've tested this Mevo device on the course, on the range, hitting into a net, and it's all accurate. I'm blown away at the fact that this little bad boy right here, which is the size of a credit card, is actually accurate enough to tell me when I'm hitting into a net. You don't find that very often, which is not the case for some of the other devices that I've tested on my channel. You can check it out for yourself if you don't believe me. Now, FlightScope doesn't mess around with a lot of junk in the box, which is great because I just want to get out there on the range, get hitting, and get my data. But hold on, there's one problem with the Mevo that some people really don't like, myself included, which is the fact that you actually have to download an app on your cell phone to get the data. I would actually be cool with this device being slightly larger if it had a screen and it would just automatically display my data. I don't have to link it to my phone and then check my phone every time to see what my results are after each hit. It's a little frustrating. Yes, it's easy to use. Yes, it's intuitive. Yes, it speaks back to you. But what's wrong with a larger device and a screen readout? I would appreciate that. Maybe you would too. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what's reason number 3? Well, I'm glad you asked. It all has to deal with the cost of the unit. Yes, the Mevo from FlightScope is only $500, which I know seems like a huge investment for most of us mid and high handicappers out there, but it's a one-time investment. Then you can use all the benefits of this little bad boy right here for the rest of your golf career. It's cheaper than most new drivers out there and does so much more for your game. Think about this just for 1 second. With temperature changes, when you play in the winter, your distances are different. You need to know that. The FlightScope Mevo can help you answer that question. Let's say you get new clubs at the beginning of the year because that's when all the big brands pump them out and they want to sell their nice drivers and irons and all that stuff. You got to know how far you hit that thing. Well, guess what? FlightScope Mevo returns again to solve your problem. So this is an investment in your golf game, in lowering your handicap and delivering you the joy that you get the first time you break par. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, then check out this playlist right here, chock full of golf gear reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on swinging.